What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are on the planet. It may be Christmas Eve. It may even be Christmas Day by the time you're watching this. It's Christmas Eve day here in Wisconsin. And I'm working because I know many of my viewers are working today too. And I'm not going to abandon them and keep them without their super important information, like how YouTube's screwing us over again. That's right. Now, the trending page on YouTube has much been a part of the conversation for years on just how garbage it is. We thought for a long time that trending actually meant it was trending, that there was actually interest in it. But what we found out is this is actually manually curated by YouTube. They tell you what should be important. Of course, the celebrity worship and family-friendly garbage is generally what populates that page. But now, it's become even worse. It's become completely dedicated to brainless TikTok stars. Now, I understand that TikTok is a thing. It's a huge platform that feeds the Chinese a ton of information that Zoomers love. And in a lot of ways, it's actually outgrown YouTube in terms of content creator platforms. I mean, think about some of the big stars on TikTok, you know, they've got 100 million followers. These brainless, just vapid human beings, in my opinion. But YouTube wants you to watch them. Why? Because it's YouTube. And if you take a look at their trending page, it is absolutely inundated with the same 6 people over and over and over again from like the same video shoot from the same day. Here you have James Charles and D'Amelios and all these people. My best friends on Christmas. Trending. The truth behind our friendship. It's all the same 5 people in every video. 5 or 6 people. Here's another one. Gingerbread house competition featuring my friends. You mean the exact same 6 people that are in every video. How about this one? Best friends Omegle Christmas. This is all in one day on trending. The same 6 people. You mean to tell me, oh, here, finally, Dream, an actual creator on here with 3.9 million views. Whoops, here, can't let it go too long without yet another 6 TikTok celeb collab video. Now, you could argue James Charles is more of a YouTuber than the rest of these, but they're all TikTok. Oh, here's another one. Best friends buy each other Christmas gifts. I absolutely guarantee you these people are not best friends, but you morons keep believing it. Oh, here's Mr. Beast. Oh, an actual creator. Well, look at that. So the entire trending page is the same 5 or 6 people over and over and over again. And it's pathetic. Genuinely. And at least one other content creator, Cody Ko, has the stones to say it. YouTuber Cody Ko, known as Cody Ko, took aim at YouTube hosting platform for highlighting a spree of content on its trending page. By the way, it's still there today, exclusively promoting TikTok stars like Charli and Dixie D'Amelio, Noah Beck, Larry, Chase Hudson, and more. While there's been a slew of new personalities rising through the ranks of TikTok, some of the biggest names have been making the most of their minute of fame by branching out into other forms of content. Well, yeah, the TikTok invasion of YouTube is worse than the Vine one. It's like the Vine one magnitudes, extremely unfathomable. Now you could argue, you're just jealous. Of course I am. Of course I am. I would love YouTube to go out of their way to highlight my content. It's bad, so bad for normal content creators on this platform that our biggest hope is that we don't get shadow banned. The D'Amelio stars, for example, have been under the wing of a YouTube veteran, James Charles, and each have been featuring on collabs or trendy challenges for the last few months. As big as these people have become, Cody Ko thought it was kind of funny how YouTube curated trending page features some of the biggest players on TikTok, a rising competitor in the social media sphere. You see Cody Ko here saying, nice to see YouTube's trending page promoting different types of content. And it's literally the same 6 people doing brainless, mindless entertainment for 8-year-olds. The screenshot included a series of holiday-related content featuring the same band of TikTokers with videos of them on respective channels. While it makes sense that rotating faces of the same 6 creators would trend with each other, Cody Ko found it humorous that YouTube would spotlight them so heavily on purpose. I'm not mad, lol, I think it's funny. Also, the trending page is curated by people that work at YouTube, Cody Ko said in response to someone that suggested the YouTube algorithm had something to do with it. According to the homepage on the trending page, the company tries to feature at least half of the videos on it from people who are primarily creating content for YouTube in most major markets. Well, that's not true. The idea, and by the way, I will say this, I don't think I've ever actually gone to the trending page. I think most users, most normal users, know that it's just going to be trash there. Like you're not going to find good entertainment on the trending page. I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority. I know I use YouTube probably a little bit differently as I create videos. So the way I use YouTube is a little different than your average viewer. But, you know, DeSerto has a great article here, too, talking about how TikTok essentially has toppled YouTube as the biggest creator platform. And I actually don't disagree. This is a good article by Charlotte Colombo. I don't care about TikTok. I don't have a TikTok. I don't engage with TikTok. I know many of my viewers do. And I've been brainstorming ideas with my video editor about creating some sort of content on that platform. Just because it's just too big of a market to ignore. But then again, you know, Chinese data farming, not a big fan of that. Maybe I'd buy a burner phone just to upload TikToks exclusively. And you see, you know, back in the 90s and the early 2010s, YouTube was at the top of its game. But those days seem to be over, as their algorithm changed and they invested more resources, $100 million, on, quote, premium channels, advertising and initiatives like YouTube Red. It became clear that it was no longer a platform for amateur content. It's true. With the audience itself at the heart, leaving a gap in the market for new community-hosted content. Now, I don't find TikTok content interesting at all. It's just people dancing badly to music, and by the way, not paying the artists to steal their music to do so. But maybe there's a whole different variety of content on TikTok that isn't garbage, that maybe exists. And again, I don't use it, so I don't know. This is where TikTok comes in these days. In order to succeed on YouTube, you need industry-grade cameras, editing skills, and software to even hope of standing out and gaining a fan base. Well, that's just not correct. You can look at channels like Ordinary Sausage, for example, which is a dude who shoots all of his videos on his cell phone, as from what I can tell. It's not industry grade anything, and he's got 500,000 subscribers. So I don't know how you define success on YouTube. I would say success varies. In general, you know, finding a loyal audience is successful. Having people view your content is a form of success. Maybe, you know, being able to support yourself with the content is also a form of a more traditional form of success, but it's not important to everybody. And also, even if you do support yourself on YouTube, it won't last very long. I've been here for 10 years, the last 2 of which were only recently, you know, generating any kind of revenue for me that mattered. So, you know, and I have 1 million subscribers. You know what I mean? Like, there's a whole sea of creators between, you know, 1,000 and 50,000 creators that are just on that cusp that I care way more about than these vapid losers. You know, as well as being more accessible for new talent, it's clear that audience have been looking for a platform like this for a while. Vine, along with TikTok's previous iteration, Musical.ly, both quickly exploded in 2010s with their quick-fire comedy and lip-sync videos made by and for teenagers. Both platforms quickly gained popularity, and the internet was heartbroken when they closed down. You know, it's interesting. high, they couldn't generate any revenue. It goes on to talk about how the old guard of YouTube is embroiled in controversies. You see, even now, prominent YouTubers like Jeffree Star, Tana Mojo, and Logan Paul, to name a few, all have been embroiled in countless controversies and are undoubtedly known more for their wrongdoings than their content. That's a lie. With this is in mind, who can blame audiences for jumping ship and searching for something new? Are you taking a shot at Jenna Marbles? You canceled her for something so ridiculous. Yes, YouTube might have been the go-to for millennials, but TikTok is undoubtedly the voice of Gen Z. I don't disagree with that. I don't agree with everything in this article, but you have, YouTube removes 8,000 channels promoting, election claims. This was like 2 weeks ago. YouTube bans independent Swedish media outlets, Sweb TV. YouTube, and this is just yesterday, YouTube hints at the next, quote, misinformation crackdown will curb videos that get referral traffic from other websites. YouTube is constantly trying to curate their content, and maybe TikTok is just allowing good content to rise to the top. Although I've seen some of the top creators and I don't consider what they provide as good content, but I'm also not 12 years old. I realize that. I'm 37 years old. I mean, that kind of content isn't going to be interesting. It's not for me. It's like being surprised that She-Ra was terrible. That show wasn't for me. It was for 30-year-olds who still live with their parents and have the mind of a child. That's who She-Ra is for. It wasn't for kids. It was for weirdos who never who have the mental capacity of an infant. But this is not an unfair criticism, and YouTube has been selling us out for years, and that's why I promote. I have a BitChute page with 35,000 subscribers. My videos regularly get thousands of views there. And BitChute just cracked in the top 1,500. That's why I put my videos on Rumble. That's why I put my videos on Odyssey. Because it's nice to be found once in a while. Right now, my channel growth is entirely dependent on all of you. My videos don't come up in search. The only reason people subscribe to this channel is because I have to literally beg them to. And the only reason anybody finds my channel is because my viewers are so dedicated to sharing my stuff, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, or Parler, that new people find the channel. I know that. I know that I've peaked on YouTube, and that's okay. And YouTube isn't interested in my kind of content anymore. They want Will Smith. They want Jack Black. They want these vapid TikTok stars, these family-friendly, mindless, empty-calorie content that they can cram Disney ads in nonstop. I hope you enjoyed this video. Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you again real soon.